Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool Western Electric wall trim line telephone. This is Bill's equipment from Alabama, and this is the initial checkout of this telephone. Now, I've talked with Bill, and he said he got this phone off eBay, and I also believe he got the 2-wire DSL filter off of eBay. And so he's going to use this in his garage, I believe, and it's a very cool Western Electric wall trim line telephone. It's got the round buttons, and this is the initial checkout, so we'll show you all that. Now the issue is he cannot get the telephone to work with this 2-wire DSL filter, and we're going to show him why he can't get it to work, and then we're going to talk about how we're going to solve that issue. Now I also want to mention our amplified pickup. This is an amplified pickup. It's so that you can hear the audio. We use it in our initial checkouts, our repairing, troubleshooting, and on our final checkouts. And it's amplified so we can hear the audio of a receiver. So we also want to talk about the 2-wire DSL filter. Now we have that open because we need to show you some things on that. The issue is the phone will not connect up to the DSL filter because of the adapter that's on the back of the Trimline telephone. Now, that's of the right design. It's the 2-wire DSL filter that is designed improperly. They designed that DSL filter for newer style wall phones that have a little pigtail that comes out, and it would be a modular line cord, I'll say, 4 inches long or whatever, and then you just tuck it back into the telephone and everything makes its connection. In this case, and we will show you that, the port that comes out of the bottom or the back of the trim line does not extend far enough. And that's not because of a poor design on the trim line, that's because of the poor design on the 2-wire. They didn't think of protruding the modular port enough so that it would accept older phones. So we're going to walk through that. Now, I also want to show you another issue that we found. I actually talked to Bill on this phone, and we were able to talk, but it has another issue. It will not dial out. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and give you some dial tone and show you the phone. It's the round buttons. So this is an early model trim line. It's in very, very good condition. We'll turn on our amplifier. Now I'm going to go ahead and move it towards the video, and we want to try to dial out. If you watch the analyzer, it'll never break dial tone. So we know that it's not dialing out, and the reason it's not dialing out is because it needs a polarity protect circuit. I want to go ahead and turn our amplifier off. I want to show you the handset again. And there's our dial tone. We can go ahead and unplug the unit. I have the cover loose for the base. We want to set that down. There is no polarity protect circuit in this telephone. So we need to install a polarity protect circuit that will ensure that this telephone will work properly no matter where it's plugged in at. Now, we want to show you the issue that we're talking about. We just have the modular port connected this way. But normally what would happen is when this 2-wire and the cover is in the back there, this is how that works. And that modular port is right there. So this would normally go onto the wall because you can see the connection plate. That's the back of it. This modular port needs to protrude out from the case of the 2-wire DSL filter more to make a match and a connection with your modular port here. And it doesn't come out far enough. So there's a couple of ways we could take care of that. We could take this modular port and we could make it come out a little further on the 2-wire, but we're not going to do that. We want to convert the telephone so that the telephone will accept any newer style DSL type wall hanging filter. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove this port and we're just going to tuck it inside the telephone. We're not going to get rid of it. We're just going to move it. And then what we're going to do is we will extend a pigtail out of the telephone, and with this piece removed, we can basically, that gives you enough length to be able to plug into any DSL filter and then tuck that line cord back into the telephone and then make our connection hanging it on the wall. So that's what we want to start first. We'll do that, and then what we need to do is we also need to install a polarity protect circuit inside the base so that this telephone is ensured to always dial out properly. So now we're just going to go ahead and take a short break. We're going to start this work and then we'll come back and get some more video as we move forward in the repair and conversion of this really cool older style early model Western Electric Trimline telephone. Very cool. In very good condition. So we'll take a short break and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with the repair and conversion of this really cool Trimline telephone, and we want to go through a little bit about what went on. We have our amplified pickup taped to the handset, and that's so we can hear what's going on when we do our final checkout. We also installed our polarity protect circuit that's inside the base unit down here at the bottom. We also brought in the original modular port into the bottom of the base unit. That's still connected, and it can still be used in the future if anyone ever wants to go back to the original style connection. We also installed our 4 or 5 inches of line cord. That way you can plug into any DSL filter and then connect the phone to the wall jack just like it was meant to be. Now what we want to do is we want to use the analyzer, and we'll ring the unit. So we'll start the ring cycle. We'll let that go a few times. I'll let it go one more time and we'll give you some dial tone. Turn on our amplifier. We want to walk through our numbers. If you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers roll by. I'm going to end in a 2. I want to turn off the amplifier because I want to transmit into the handset. If you watch that red light on the analyzer, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit every time you see that red light light up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that this telephone is ringing in on a ring cycle. It's dialing out. It has transmit and receive we can take this switch box here, and when I push that button, it gives us a line out and totally takes the analyzer out of the situation, and we can call a time and temp number. So I'll turn on the amplifier, and we'll give you some dial tone, and we'll make that call.
Good evening. Save money on insurance. Get a quote from Offenberg's Allstate Agency in O'Fallon and Belleville. Call 618-624-8937. Today is Sunday, August 2nd. The time is 9:40. Current temperature 89 degrees. Partly cloudy today, a high in the low 90s. Partly cloudy tonight, 20% chance of a shower and a thunderstorm. Lows upper 60s to upper 70s. Monday, mostly sunny, 20% chance of an afternoon shower and thunderstorm. High around 90.
Okay, we can hang up, give you some dial tone. We'll call my number and it'll be busy. Hang our unit up. We'll turn our amplifier off. And now what we want to do is we want to show you our connections. So we can go ahead and unplug the line cord. Now before, there was no connection between the phone and the DSL filter. That's because we showed the original style modular port was not thought of when they designed this DSL filter. It's a poor design. They left out that situation where the modular port should be protruding out of the DSL filter a little bit so an older style phone could utilize that connection. But they didn't think of that. So what we had to do is what we showed earlier. We have our modular line cord that's connected to our phone now, and it simply plugs right into the jack, and it's a new line cord, so we can basically just get rid of our little tie here. That's not needed. And once this is connected to the DSL filter like that, you can tuck the line cord inside and just position it to where you can go ahead and make your connection to the telephone here. And then same basic design here at the DSL filter. It's the same situation. You would plug this in the wall jack, and then you have your mounting holes here for your rivets that basically catch the wall jack. So it's a pretty simple situation, and it would have been nice if they would have designed the two-wire DSL filter properly, but they did not. But what's good about the situation now is this original style Trimline telephone, which is an early model, has more than one way to make a connection to the wall, and that's pretty cool. Now that we know that this telephone has been repaired and converted, we can return it to Bill, and he can enjoy this telephone now. It's a very cool Western Electric Trimline early model with the round buttons. It's a very sought after model, and I'm sure it's going to look great no matter where it's installed. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.